Oh, we're live.
Hey.
Yay. Welcome, Lisa.
Yay. Hi.
Oh, good. All right. Christoph's here. All right. We have like 5 minutes.
Hi, Christoph.
Hello, Lisa. How are you?
I'm great. How are you?
I am amazing. Welcome, welcome.
Thank you.
Tell me, what is your connection with the amazing Shane?
We are friends. And I'm an
Okay.
admirer of the enchantress, Shane.
Yeah.
Yes, you live in New York as well?
I do. We live close by. We both live on the beach.
How exciting. I usually love the weather in Vegas, but we do not have we do have man-made beaches. It's still not the same. Tell us about your experience. Why do you think Shane is so amazing?
Wait. Let's talk about the coloring book. I don't want to.
No,
Well, I'll tell you
because
what.
she's attached to this. If she is amazing, then
Okay.
what
That's
she
what I was
brings,
gonna
what
say.
she brings to the world must be, yes.
That's
Okay.
what I was going to
I'll
say.
just sit here and receive.
Yes. So I bought the book. I have been digesting it slowly. There's so much there. And so knowing Shane and knowing the 10 steps to fucking your fears makes so much sense to me. As I read the book, I feel Shane, I integrate Shane. It's everything that she actually does in real life. Um, the the steps are a great guide to getting out of your own way. Um, I love it. I'm excited for it. I love the illustrations. I love everything about it. And the book speaks to me as to who Shane is and who I know her to be. And it's very exciting. I have been exploring it. I relate to the steps, and the illustrations are beautiful, and there's so much depth to it. So I'm really enjoying the connection between who I know Shane to be and the coloring book.
Wow.
It's so authentic.
I mean, that's just from your heart. I mean, you can't hear a better testimonial, and from somebody who knows Shane very well and very closely. I love it too. It's out of my comfort zone. It's definitely outside of my comfort zone, and that's the purpose, right? Is
It's a deep dive.
Yeah, yeah. And we're so excited because she hit number 2 on the new releases. We have been steadily going down the numbers. We started out, we're in I say we, it's her book. I feel like I'm part of the team.
Yeah, of course you are.
We are part of the team. And last night in the psychology, it's in psychology, creativity, and genius.
Yes.
It was at 246, and then this earlier in the day it dropped down to 120, and now it's been sitting at 66. We want to crush that down, break through number 10, break down all the way to number 1. And then in the educational workbooks, it was at 2,276. So that's a high number. That was early this morning, and we've cut that in half to 1,374. That just means that people are resonating with it and that it is connecting. And the thing about Amazon is it doesn't take hundreds and thousands of copies. It's like a concerted effort. So if maybe 5 people went and bought 2 or 3 copies this hour, we might be able to get down even, and not might, we would be able to get down even closer to our target. But as it stands right now, she is in the number 2 in new releases. So that is absolutely equated as a best-selling author, which is so exciting.
Well, I also want to say, because Lisa has to go, she's never been on a live before. So
wow, there's breaking your boundaries too, breaking your barriers.
Well, I have ninja boundaries, and so
you do.
I do, and so this is actually putting me out of my comfort zone. I'm happy and excited to share about the book because I feel like if these such simple statements, 10 things to fuck your fears, which can change the world. Like there is so much there to dig into and to look at yourself, and it's so simple.
Yeah.
I really think that it's going to go far. There's it like to read a dense self-improvement book, like it doesn't make as much sense and it isn't as clear as this beautifully done, beautifully written piece of work. I'm sincerely impressed by it and excited for it.
Thank you. Thank you.
That's so awesome.
Yeah.
Did you know, Lisa, were you aware when she was creating this, or when did you learn about it?
Shane shared with me. I haven't known any of the details really. So I was very much looking forward to it.
And we were having, so Lisa and I live in a way where we really honor and speak the truth a lot, and it can be uncomfortable. We use a lot of tools. And I had called her with a really big heart situation that I was working through. And I was like, wait a minute, what I'm experiencing is the first page of the coloring book.
Wow.
So it was really, and then I snapped it and I texted over and she really got it. Like the different parts of me were getting activated. And I was like, wow, here it is come to life. So, unbeknownst to me, I've probably been living more of the coloring book than I even realize.
I think it's coming more to the forefront, right? Because now there's been intention on it.
Yeah.
And, I'm a big believer. I always quote Les Brown. He's one of my favorite mentors. He's like the number one motivational speaker in the world. And he says, you have greatness within you. And what I feel like this does is it taps into our untapped greatness. It shines a light on it. It helps your phrase of having permission. Everybody has gifts and talents and abilities, but we get so caught up in day-to-day living life and work and activities and things that we don't necessarily stop and think about, what is my brilliance? What is my greatness? What is my way to shine in the world? And this gives people a time to self-reflect, to shine a light on themselves, to look in the mirror, to really contemplate why they're here. It's not for our own benefit. It's not just for our gifts are not for us. So I am amazing in some things. You are amazing in some. We're all amazing in some things, but not for ourselves, but for us to be a blessing to others, to help them achieve their greatness, right?
Yeah.
And I see it as, I'm sorry.
No, please. Yes, Lisa.
I see it as two parts. I see it as a fun way to go internal. And the more you go internally, the more you have to shine your sparkle on other people. And so the framework of this book, I wish I had this book when I was 20. My life would be different. So I'm going to get it for all the 20 somethings in my life. So
yes. That's so cool. That's a great phrase. A fun way to go internal, because some people, when they're self-reflective, they think, oh my gosh, no, this is, I don't know if I want to go there, but it's fun, it's light, and it's deep at the same time.
So much stuff. So much. I have to go, but I'm honored to have joined you today.
Yes, thank you. I'm glad you were available.
So nice meeting you, Lisa.
Nice
well, listen, we are connected somehow now, so I'm sure that we will have another communication somehow, somewhere, some way. God bless you for all that you do in this world. And I don't even know what you do, but I know that you shine brightly.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye. Well, that's so awesome. Very nice.
Yeah, let's see. Let's see if any changes are happening.
Any changes? Well, there will be. I know that.
There will be. And you know what I really love? Just seeing your wife Michelle's experience with her.
Oh my gosh. Isn't that so
with
cool?
her actually coloring and sharing why she chose the colors and all the things that she shared. It was like, oh my God, it almost made me cry. Like, okay, today I'm launching the book. I want to get the numbers down, but to just also tap into people's personal experience. I'm like, oh my God, that's amazing.
You know what? I just thought of, I've been messaging a lot of people, but I want to see if Roma would like to join us.
Yeah.
I'm actually going to call her.
Oh my God. Should we just wait and see if she wants to first?
No. I mean, I'm just going to see if she wants to join. I'm not going to.
Okay.
I'm going to mute myself. How about that?
Okay.
You're on live radio.
Yeah. Let's see. Okay. In the meantime, I will reveal the little wrap, which isn't such a little wrap, but it's kind of a cool new thing. Okay. And I updated the cover with it so that everybody could get it, because this coloring book was started years ago. And through the pandemic, I didn't finish it. I blah, blah, blah. And then working and having Christoph on my team, he is supporting and everything getting more finite, more great. And it was already great, but it got greater. And here it is. Okay, ready? It's on the back. Permission. So open the golden door. Permission granted. Live enchanted. Celebrate your soul. It's really time to trust yourself. And this whole coloring book is an example. I didn't look at any other coloring book. I'm just a natural born teacher. So the idea that it's a workbook makes sense, right? Like teachers hand out workbooks. And, part of me is always afraid to read my writing because I'm not a great editor. Even if I pay editors, they could make a mistake. So, looking at the Get Curious, I'm like, oh my goodness, this is my whole belief system, like using right now I feel, and then getting in the mirror, even taking the book with you. There's something about, when you watch a movie and you get into it and you feel like you're in the movie with the people, and then the movie ends and then all of a sudden you're alone in your house again. And it's like, oh, what happened? So I even recommend activity, get in the mirror, take this book with you, because you know what happens when you go into another room? All of a sudden you're distracted doing other things. But this book is like taking Shane on the shoulder with you. So you never have to feel like you're doing it alone. It's harder to do self-development work alone because those fear monsters, if you don't know what your fear monster looks like, you might look at this page where, let's see if you could see. Here's this fear monster living under the ground, can snatch her up, or she can just keep walking. And it's really important to get to know your fear monsters and to know their language, because their language doesn't have to be scary. It can be really smart. Like, go take care of your Uncle Frank instead of taking care of your business. Take care of your kids. They're the most important thing. But if you are not a fulfilled or a cup-filled caregiver, you're actually not doing your best service. So this book is for caregivers. It's for people who are multi-passionate, who think they have to focus on one thing. And, there's that really wacky phrase. I'm going to paraphrase it. That says, if you're the jack of all trades. But you know what? Let's look it up. It's the jack. Do you know it? Jack of all trades, master of none.
Yeah. Jack of all trades, master of none. But what's wrong with being a jack of all trades?
So wait, there's another part of it. So I don't know if I could find the right thing, but there's more to it. Let's find it. Ugh. Let's see if I could find it here. Basically, it's like why would I lead myself into this? Who else hates the term jack of all trades? Demystifying. So it's an ancient. Oh, there's the other piece that says something else that I'll post later. Now I'm putting too much pressure on myself. If there's anyone else that has the book that wants to jump on with us, but in the meantime, let's play a game. I'm not going to look for that anymore. So the game is word association. So I'm going to say a word and you type in the comments what comes to your mind. Ready? Okay, here's the first word. I'm going to play a game with myself. I'm going to do this.
I'm here. I've got somebody coming in a few minutes, and I might have another somebody coming in a few minutes. But let's play the game.
Okay, so the word is energy. And now you put whatever you think of when you hear the word energy. The word that came to my mind was facts. Okay, you can play on the replay too. Ooh, light force, good one. Okay, I'm gonna close my eyes and pick a page. Ooh, dress up.
Dress up. Dress up. What do I feel?
Oh, that's so fun. Oh yeah, where's your hat? Amazing.
It doesn't fit on my headphones.
Oh,
But I always wear my hat. When you see me out in public, I always have a fedora on.
Got it.
That's a part of my dress up. That's part of my look, my brand.
Ooh. Okay, here's the next word. Oops, picture. Expression. I want to see if anyone's playing. Oh, here we are. Okay, amazing. All right, let's see the next word. Curious. Got this one in the back.
Curious.
All right. Wait, where's your word? George. Oh, that's so fun. Oh, right.
To read those books.
I love them. Me too. Okay, close my eyes and pick. Ooh, horrible.
Horrible?
Yes.
What?
And it comes from the sentence, what do you physically feel right now? Good is not the answer. Fine is a horrible answer. All right, let's go back to your answer. Unacceptable. Yes, I love it. Okay, this is really the last one. Here we go. Ooh, boundaries. So it could be a thought, an image, a feeling, anything that comes up right away when you hear that. All right. What do you got? Fences. Oh, that's cool. These are such great little games to see where your brain's at.
Yeah. When I think of boundaries, fences, when I used to live in the Philippines, we built fences out of bamboo to keep the pigs out.
And that was a real boundary. Yeah, you know, there's so many different kinds of boundaries. When I learned about the word support, when I was working with kids in prison, they were like, support. You know, they were like poo-poo support. But I was like, what about you? Resting your hand on your face on your hand. Aren't you supporting your head? And they were like, oh, you know, like there's so many different ways to paint the picture.
Yeah.
Is your belt supporting your pants? You know, like there's so many different ways to reach people. And I'm really proud of how I frame things so that nobody's left out.
I see that also. Yeah, I see that a lot when you are sharing your messages.
Yeah.
You are very, we talk about giving examples. You give great examples. Like I remember one message that you shared on a video, and you said something like, I don't even remember the context, but you said, for you, it might show up like this. For you, it might be like this. And it's really letting people have the free, all these different things, the expression, the freedom, the communication, all these different words that you're sharing for people to feel what it says on the back of your book, to have the permission, the permission. And permission also includes boundaries, which is very interesting because boundaries people think of, I would probably say another word would be restrictions, but it really allows people to be free, right?
And to have more fun. Like when you have boundaries in place, then you get to play and do whatever you want versus like, this is going to be, you know, all this like assumption.
And it's good to have self-imposed boundaries rather than outside imposed.
Totally.
Right? Because then you own them, and then it takes on a different perspective. It's your thing. It's not something that people are putting on. A jack of all trades is a master of none, but oftentimes better than a master of one.
They leave that part out usually. And being a master of one is great if you work in a factory and you have to do the same thing every day. But as a creative, I really want to spread the message that it's like a revolution, you know, where you can do a lot of things. Like I did a one-woman show. I do retreats. I'm a mentor. I help people with their social media and websites. I help people do that. So it's like you don't have to get, you know, when people go to college, they pick one major. How many people watching? And if you did, good for you. But I also want to follow that up. If you chose a major, are you still doing it? If you are, type major. And are you feeling fulfilled in doing that one thing that you chose? And so I'm not promoting leave the one thing, but integrate in things that you are interested in, that you have fun at. I was hanging out with an artist friend today. She's a set designer. She's like, I just want to make paper mache bowls. I'm really good at it. I don't want to keep them. I just want to make them and give them away. It's like, if you get that concept that creativity is actually a right and it's a pleasurable way, it doesn't, you know, we can call it self-care, but it's a way to release a part that needs to make things. Like some people believe you should constantly be making babies and growing your family. It's the same chakra. It's like birthing things. You know, birthing a book, birthing a piece of art, a business. All of it is about a piece of you coming outside of your body and giving it to others. And that is really a magical thing that we have the freedom to do.
And taking on a life of itself.
Yeah.
We had a speaker on our stage a few years ago, Dr. Shelley Hipsky, and her final presentation for the Ultimate Speaker Competition was exactly about that. And she didn't talk about it. She did it. She sat on stage with a chair, and her legs were covered. And she talked about and embodied giving birth. And it was so, it was so freaky and impactful. She got second place. It was so hard to beat the first place woman, but it was so, she could have stood on stage and talked about the concept, which is very powerful. But instead, she brought it to life with the sounds and the agony
Oh,
and
wow,
the
wow,
pain
wow.
and pushing it out and she was speaking for 6 minutes. It was a 6-minute talk,
Woo.
6-minute presentation. And it was about birthing your vision, your plan, your mission.
Amazing.
And everybody watching, you have something you've been called to, even if you don't know what it is yet. Tap into it, connect with it, take the first step, write something down, write a song, write a rap about it, write a song about it, do something, start to take some action that will eventually turn into something that you birth, a project, a play, a retreat, a program, a course, whatever it is, an invention.
Okay, so so Lori just ordered hers. Amazing, Lori. I want to throw out the challenge right now, which I love doing. If anybody wants to join us live that has either bought the coloring book or has something to say, now's the time. I can give you the link. Let me know, because we don't want any freaks showing up here. But I will send you the link, and let's talk about these commandments.
I have my buddy who's coming in just a few minutes.
Oh,
he was
okay, great.
wrapping up. But yes,
Great.
Anybody that's out here, come and join us.
Yeah,
Come
we'll
and
put you
join
in
the
the waiting room.
conversation.
Yeah, we'll have a waiting room. Great. In the meantime, let's play another game. Here's what's fun. You know, when I do that, I don't even know what the game is. I'm just like, okay, Shane.
Let's play a game. What is the game? I'm going to tell you. Here's what it is.
Here's what it is. I'm going to pick one of these questions. Ooh. Okay. This question makes you have to look at the picture, so I'm going to skip that one. Okay, let's do this right now. This is simple. So I like the, I don't know if it's a game, but it's RNIF, which is the thing that really got me out of my own head, which is right now I feel. And we have 40, 50, I think even 60,000 thoughts a day. And so to isolate one thought at a time, not a whole story, but just 1 or 2 words, which is already amazing for people who have mind fuckery, because we want to tell a whole story. But it goes something like this. Like, right now I feel thirsty. Right now I feel pressure. Right now I feel curious. Right now I feel hungry. Right now I feel curious. Like, you just keep going, 1 or 2 words, and that distills the feeling, because oftentimes people tell long stories and stories dissipate feelings. So we go around living here, talking and talking and talking and talking and not feeling. And here, no one's live with us yet. So you can just put 1 or 2 words of your right now I feel, and it gives you permission. There's that word permission again, to be human and to not pretend everything's okay, or to notice, I'm happy. Wow. Check that shit out. And the other day I was at a pool party Monday night at a hotel. It was so fun. And it was rowdy a little bit. And I just started saying, I feel happy. I'm happy. Like, I just started saying it. And there was a woman and she got tickled. She didn't even look at me. It's just like, you can admit when you don't feel, or when you do feel something. And it's like, that's nice. Like, you don't have to always be thinking. People can spend time in groups and feel alone, and that sucks. So if you bring attention, so if you're watching this live or if you're watching on the replay, just type in RNIF and then 1 or 2 words about how you feel. And let's see what happens. Let's get curious. Oh, I love it. Lori said, I just ordered mine. Bam. Show me the golden door. Joy book. She's amazingly joyful. We met through working with kids with autism, and she is a sorceress of autism. Okay, here we go. Great. Lots of people are saying, watching you live. It's amazing. That was fun. I'm excited to hype up your stunning work. What a lovely day.
Where are you watching these people?
They're just sending me messages.
Oh, fantastic.
Yeah.
I wrote my
Oh, yeah, you
in
did.
the chat.
Good. Yeah. Have you ever, is that something that it's like a practice? You know what? You can even use right now, I feel, in conversations with people.
Right now, I feel, well,
yeah.
Stories dissipate feelings. I wrote that in the chat because that was, you say a lot of very, like,
I know, like ninja.
And you got to capture them sometime. Like,
I know. Thank you. It's
so good.
I used to be very verbose and long and on and on. And one day my teacher, Erin, she's like, how about we don't talk for a while? And I was devastated. I was like, does she always think this way? Do other people think this? This is horrible. Why are we hanging out if we're not going to talk? And as a coach, I really learned it's better to do 30% talking and 70% listening. And that's what people pay me for. I'm not a therapist. I don't want to solve people's problems because that doesn't last. It's more beautiful to give people permission to empower themselves in a container.
I love it. Let me check in with my buddy. He was going to join us in a few minutes.
Okay.
Yeah, buddy. All right.
Oh, I got a really beautiful. Do you want to put on mute for a second? I'm just going to share, or you can listen.
I'm off.
I like that your Amazon author profile says that your expertise is for creative and sensitive men and women. Some female coaches would say that they are women's coaches, not realizing that sensitive men could also benefit from their knowledge if they put the effort into appealing to both sexes. Bravo to you. Aw, that's beautiful, Rudy.
That's amazing.
Yeah, Rudy is a beautiful.
Where did he send that message to you?
Yeah, on WhatsApp. Like I put it in all
So, hey, my friends, those who are watching and listening, I want to invite you, those who are sending beautiful messages to Shane, to go to the link on Amazon and type that into your review.
Oh, yeah.
That would be very, very exciting and fun and wonderful because Shane is seeing it, but it's beneficial for other people to see and hear your ideas and your. Oh, here we go. Here we go. Woohoo!
Surprise.
Boom. Come on. Here we go. Number 1, the new releases. Boom. Refresh your page on Amazon.
Okay.
And I don't know how to send this into StreamYard. I don't know how to put this in. Where are you live on? Are you live on Facebook, Shane?
Yes, on my main page.
Okay, let me find you. There we go.
Oh,
look at that.
Oh, yay!
Can I put it? Yes. Can I put it in the? Oh, it doesn't allow images in the comments.
Well, that is freaking exciting. Sorry, overcoming your childhood trauma. You got bumped. And may everybody who needs that book get it. But I think it's more enticing to play and create.
Here we go. Woo! I just was taking a picture. I took a picture of the header, but now I would take a picture of the whole page with all the other books there.
Woo,
look at that. All right. Yay. Okay. Yay. Wait. Oh my gosh. Woohoo. Yay, yay, yay. Yay, yay, yay. Number 1 new releases in popular psychology, creativity, ingenious.
I love that.
Very good. Very cool. And there's lots of nice books there that you're in the category with
Yeah.
music therapy, ripple effect, the place of all possibility. These are all in line with your message. The psychology of creative performance and expertise.
That's cool.
Rise above the script. I love it. Oh my gosh, so good.
Celebrate good times. Come on.
Woo-hoo.
Do-do-do. I mean, I'm not a singer, but this is worth a little ditty.
Yes, it is. Keep it going.
I don't know the rest of the words, but I will sit. Let's see. What else did I sing? I don't know. I'm not really a pause.
Here, let's see if I can show it on the screen.
Oh, you know what? I think I can. Check it out. Here we go. Share screen. Do I have it? I sure do. Oh my God, that's exciting. Also, I really want to chat about that because there's so much to do about healing yourself. Can we see it now?
Yes, we can. There it is.
Check it out. So,
I'm going to take a picture of that too.
To overcome your childhood trauma. But you know what your child wants to do? Your child wants to have fucking fun. They don't want to overcome their trauma. They're like, trauma? I want everyone to realize you're not broken. And if you're working with your childhood, if you're working with your inner child or your actual childhood, your inner child and your child, all children, want to play. That is the language at which they speak. That's the language at which they learn, connect, grow, and heal. And so, no, I don't want to throw any shade on this overcoming your childhood trauma, but if that's the way that which you're going at things, it's not going to be sustainable because the way your brain works and the way trauma works is it does not want to be looked at. It's too painful and scary. And so what'll happen is you're going to get a lot of information, but you will not be able to live into the embodiment of it being healed.
Wow.
Bam.
I'm reading a book right now. Quantum
Healing?
physiology, something like this.
Yeah.
And he taught. Started out as a chiropractor. He healed himself of deathly cat allergies.
Oh.
And he now does a wide range of types of healing, including sound healing. But his book is very, very interesting. And he talks about the energy of the cells that carries, pain, trauma, hurt. It carries it in the cells, not just in the psyche, not just in the mind, but energetically in the cells of the physical body. And he's quite amazing. Oh my gosh, Shane, this is so cool, so great. Number one, new releases. It is well deserved, and there's still many people getting their copies today. I know they are.
What? I have a lot of nighttime friends, so I know that it's gonna move and move and move.
It's so good, so exciting. My buddy Gordon is going to join us in a couple of minutes, I believe.
Okay, good.
We'll give it a couple more minutes.
This is cool.
So right now, let's see.
Oh, wait, I just want to say that this is number one in the best in the new releases, and it sits on the shelf with some of my favorite books. Rick Rubin's The Creative Act, which I love, is in this category at number one. And number two is The Artist's Way by Julia Cameron. Two books that have had an impact on me that I've given as gifts to people.
I love The Artist's Way.
Yeah.
May I share a short little?
Yeah.
Many years, I was a watercolor painter, and I was pretty good.
Oh,
I was pretty good. When I lived in the Philippines, I created my own greeting cards,
oh wow. That's cool.
handmade greeting cards, watercolored, and I was really good. I did mostly seascapes and birds and flowers,
Wow.
all kinds of manly stuff. And
Listen, I have a client that's a world-renowned watercolor artist, so like it's amazing work.
And then when my wife and I separated and then ultimately divorced, and then I ultimately left the Philippines and my kids grew up with their mom, I moved to LA and I was pursuing acting. And most artists, to my knowledge, have their go-to things. Like if they develop a certain style, they can crank out. Like one of my favorite things was purple irises. This is my favorite flower, and I was so good at it. And I think most artists, from my experience, they have certain things that they can just replicate easily. Oh, this is my thing. Like I can do this seascape in a few seconds. I can do this whatever. When I moved from the Philippines to LA and I started to pick up my paints again, I couldn't paint anything. I just couldn't. There was this huge block.
Wow.
And so much had happened in my life, being separated from my wife, but more especially with my kids. And I went through this long period of feeling like I lost my creativity. And I picked up this book, and it's a 12-step program. It truly is. It's 12 chapters. And each chapter is an introspection and then exercises. And the outcome of the book, I think the subtitle is something like helping blocked artists find their creativity again. And my vision was that I was going to learn or be able to paint again. Oh. And so after doing this process, going through this book, I went and bought and I also did oils and stuff, but watercolor was my thing. And I was also really good at sketching. Oh,
wow.
I always got great grades in school, but I never had a teacher that could teach me, that could develop my talent. So I peaked. So after reading The Artist's Way, I went out and bought new art supplies, and I'm so excited because the blockages are gone. Like I'm ready to be creative again.
Yeah.
And I couldn't.
But
it was at that time that I started reading about script writing, screenwriting.
Oh.
And so my creative talents turned and followed another medium. And that's when I got involved in writing. I'd always had some inkling towards writing, but I wrote a couple of screenplays. I've written books since then. And I'm not really a graphic artist like I was. I've not tried to paint for probably 25 years, but it allowed me to see that it was just a rechanneling of creativity into another medium that serves me in a different way.
Amazing. We have a guest in the waiting room, and I just want to say before we welcome him, thank you so much. That was a lot, and we're still getting to know each other. No, that's how we like to roll. Like when people, say something deep to me, I'm like, let's start there. Like I don't want to talk about anything else. I want to talk about what we have, what's real, and it's intense. Most people want to shoot the shit, and I'm like, yeah, I'd rather go take a nap. Like I don't want to shoot the shit. All right. So I think I'm going to say it right. It could be Gordonius, who would be
stop. How about stop sharing your screen so we can,
yeah.
There we go.
Yeah. Okay.
All right.
I wish I had my applause button. Here we go. Yay.
Gordonius.
What's up? How you guys doing?
We are so good. This is my good buddy, Gordon Brodecki from Langhorne, Pennsylvania, who is a semifinalist 2 times of our Ultimate Speaker competition, an award-winning bodybuilder, an award-winning bodybuilder trainer, a best-selling author of Unleash the Ultimate You, and our just good friend and core member of everything that we do in Ultimate Speaker community. Gordon. Awesome. Officially meet Enchantress Shane.
Yay! What's up? Thank you for buying the
What-
book and taking
What's
a
up,
picture.
Shane? How you doing?
I'm so good. Thank you.
Hold on 1 second. Somebody was calling, and what ended up happening is my headphones went off, so now it's on my phone.
Okay.
I put it on. Hold on 1 second. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Yeah, it's hard to hear you guys. Hold on. I don't know what. As soon as somebody does that, when they interrupt the feng shui of the. Hold on 1 second.
Okay.
It's really low. That's okay. We'll make it work.
Great. So we just celebrated because my book got to #1 as a new release.
Woo! Congratulations. Hold on 1 second.
Thank you. Yeah, I'm very excited about this. And we're just talking about
You mean this book?
Yes.
Yes. Oh my God. Look, it's a little club we're in. So fun.
I like that. I like the title. I
Yeah.
definitely think it's catchy and it's right and it's true.
Mm.
Talk to us. I don't know how much you've gone into. Well, you read the sample. Tell us what your thoughts are about this title and I don't know. Just tell us something, Gordon.
Yeah.
Tell us something. So, well, I will tell you something. What I'll tell you is, I still have to dive into it. I just got back from a mini vacation where I just allowed myself to enjoy nature. Actually, a place in Virginia, which was called, and I didn't know this when it was booked, called Gordonsville. So it was a lot of it's just relaxing, walking in nature, that kind of stuff. And then I got this book. It was waiting for me when I came back in my doorstep. So I picked it up and I opened it. And I haven't really got a chance to look at it yet. But I'm excited to look at it and mess around with it and start doing some coloring and like little journaling. I love the pictures, by the way, in it. I think they're so cool. I was looking at all the pictures earlier because I'm an artist. I draw. And I was just talking to somebody about that. I haven't drawn as much as I like to anymore, but I want to get back into it. I think when you draw the creativity, when you open up in that way, it allows for things like entrepreneurship and things to flow a little better because you're allowing your creative side to come out. I saw somebody post something today about that. He said, I didn't pick up this hobby because I just wanted to pick up a hobby. I picked it up also because it allowed me to step into my entrepreneurship even further because it allowed creativity to open my mind up even further. So I really love this that you put pictures in it. Oh, I'm thinking. Let me put this up. Let me stand up.
What an amazing concept, which is so true. You know, when I was growing up, there was the book that came out about the right brain and left brain. And from that point on, I think everybody has been told in school that you're supposed to, define yourself as a right brain or a left brain person, right? Wouldn't you agree? Like that's kind of a common mindset. But all of us we're both. We all have both types of thinking. We all have the ability to be creative, to be in tune with music and nature. And then we also have the ability to think logically and to make decisions with logic. And this is such an amazing. We've been at this all day. I don't know how many times we've gone live. We've interviewed some of Shane's friends, and yeah, it's very, very exciting.
And
I think it's great that you guys are doing this. I think it's great that you wrote this book and this keep leveling up. I want to learn more about you, Shane, as we go, as my journey continues myself, because me and Christoph are definitely going to be doing a lot more stuff together as time goes on. Which I love Christoph, and he's one of my favorite people, one of my best friends right now. We got a relationship that we fostered over time, and I love this guy. So you're with the right guy.
Yeah, I feel that. Amazing. Yeah, and I love that you showed up here and, you love Christoph, but you didn't have to buy the book. You could have said, no, thank you. I'm going on vacation. I have things to do. But, I think in the world of creativity and support and entrepreneurship, it's a natural thing to become a community and to support each other without a question.
Oh, without a doubt. Supporting I came to the conclusion. I recently went down this journey where this is like a choice I made. Chris knows about it, where I decided I was going to stop drinking, and I started going to a support group for that. Not that it was like a huge, I was an alcoholic or anything, but I wanted to level up to the next level. And in order to do that, it's not just, and I said this, it might have been in one of the posts I made. It wasn't about giving something up, right? It wasn't just about giving something up. And it's about what do you do next? How do you foster and grow? Well, you do that by replacing with something that's healthy, something that you want to do, like giving back to people, right? So giving back and being part of other people's community and serving others. And that buying this book was a no-brainer for me. Like, listen, I used to gamble. I gambled lots of money away. I did a lot of stupid stuff, right? I get it. And I'll tell you what, I'd rather gamble on somebody else's future like this, present and future, than to be, I can throw money away, right? Anybody can throw money away. We always throw money away. People find ways to spend their money. They're going to spend it where they want to spend it, right?
Yep.
And they can, and people say, I can't afford this or I can't afford that. That's most of the time it's bullshit, because they'll find a way to afford other things that aren't serving them.
Wow.
As you were talking, I refreshed my screen.
No way.
And it's at 21. It's number 21 in Popular Psychology, Creative Genius, and 522 in Education Workbooks. And the education workbooks are very, like
academic
cards. Yeah, like teachers.
Prep, all these. Oh my gosh. 426.
Now I'm obsessed. Now I'm like, okay, people.
Gordon, when you know how we've done this, he's been a support in Michelle's book, Courtney's book. His book came out before he and I became friends, before we knew each other. So we were not a part of his launch. But Gordon, when we started out last night in the Creativity and Genius, her book was number 246. Then this morning it was 120. And then it was sitting at 66 for the last 2.5 hours. And it just went down to number 21. We're going for number one in that category.
Number one?
I'm not
going for number one. We already are number one in the new releases. So there's multiple different categories. She's number one in that category for new releases, but we want it to be number one in overall in that category. And then the other category she's mentioning, the education workbooks, it was number 2,276 when we started out. And then it went down to 1,354. And now it's down to number 522. Still a long way to go. But look, that is just amazing. Everybody that's been involved, even writing the review, Gordon, being a part of our ARC team.
That matters.
You writing the review.
Oh, reviews are big. Yeah.
When we opened the gates this morning, we had 9 5-star reviews. So when people look on the book, like, oh, wow, it's already like, yeah, okay. It's something that happens subconsciously to people. When you buy any product on Amazon, you look and you see, are there any reviews? And for a book, it's the same thing. So,
that's how Amazon started out, right? They were selling books. That's what it was.
Yeah.
So reviews are one of the most important things. That's the first thing I look at. What are the reviews? What are the bad reviews? What are the good reviews? And then you compare. I definitely, reviews are super important.
Gordon, you are so awesome, dude. I want to tell Shane something. We've been doing the Ultimate Speaker Competition since 2019. Gordon joined us in April of 2021. He had only spoken on stage maybe once, twice before. He and I barely knew each other. We connected on Facebook, and he said, "All right, I'll sign up." It was again. That's the gamble. That's where the gambling started. Like, I don't know, but let me go see. And he came to Vegas, and from that point on, he came to the event again in July the same year. And after that, he came back as a sponsor, as a featured speaker, as a guest judge. We have done our event 10 or 11 times. And he has been part of all but the first two, because he didn't join us until after the first two. And he is a head judge for the event. He's been to both of our other brand, the Heart Centered Summit, which is another live event, speaking event that we do, which is where we do the Unleash Your Inner Superhero experience.
Yes.
And 2 years ago in July, because of his support and being a part of the team and loyalty, we brought Ultimate Speaker Competition to his hometown of Philadelphia. 2
That's
years ago
cool.
this past week.
That's so
And
cool.
so we've just been on this journey together, supporting each other and growing and building. And I just appreciate you so much, man.
It's a great brotherhood.
Thank you. It's going to continue, and we're still. I feel like we're still in the beginning phases. I know we say we're like been at it for a while, but I think there's so much more to do. So much more to do.
After the first year, he would say, I would have him on Zooms, and he would say, like, yeah, Christoph and I, we've known each other for like 3 or 4 years. No, it has. I'm good. I'm good with time. But it felt like that from the first year. It's like, yeah, I think we've known each other for like 3 years. No, it's only been, yeah.
Times.
Yeah, we skyrocketed. It's like, when you get to know somebody and it's such a tight connection, it feels like you've been known each other for a while.
Yeah, it's true.
Well, I know you have another engagement, Gordon. So last words or something, anything else you want to share before we say goodbye?
I don't really have any last words. I mean, because there's going to be a lot more words to come as we go. As we keep I want to say that, Shane, thank you so much for writing this book. I want to support you, and I want to say that just keep watering the plan, right? Keep watering the plan, and showing up in that way, because a lot of the time we start something and then we stop taking care of it, and that's yourself. It's not just anybody else. Take care of yourself. You're watering your own plant. When you're your own seed and the plant grows, you become the best version of yourself. And you don't ever forget that. I forgot that along the way, and I started taking care of others more than I started taking care of myself. And what I noticed is, because of doing that, I just started. I lost myself when maybe like I said, person wasn't around. So one thing I'll say is always take care of yourself first, because that way you can take care of others.
Beautiful.
Love it.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Awesome.
All right, guys.
All right,
I'll
my
see
friend.
you later.
God
See ya.
bless
See you
you.
on the other side, as I always say.
All
Talk
right.
to you soon, Christoph. See you later,
All right,
Shane.
buddy. Cheers.
Bye.
Very cool.
Oh, that is so fun.
Awesome. Wow. So you said you do have a lot of late night.
Yeah, there's a
people.
lot of people, because I'm usually on late, not in the daytime. So
Yeah. So we'll keep monitoring.
now that
Well-
we're at 21, I am fully invested in getting to number one in this category.
Absolutely. Friends, if you've already gotten your copy, share it with a friend, share the link with a friend, invite your friends to get theirs. I mean, it's $11.88. That is not the value, that is the cost. That is not the value, that is the cost of what the book is. And you're going to get so much out of this. It's a journey. It's a journey of creativity. It's a journey of unleashing your joy, getting past your fears, getting past yourself. And I'm so proud of you, Shane. Yay.
Yeah, thank you.
I told you we're on a journey, and this is just the beginning. After today, this is going to open even more doors too.
I was just so in the minutia of let's just get this done. I'm going to put this back up.
Yeah.
And now I'm like, oh, wait, this is going to have a bigger impact. And, there's more to be done. And you're helping me get my speaking career to be numero uno as my priority. And so
Yes.
this feels really like, oh, this is important. Like, who doesn't want to hire a number one bestseller?
Absolutely.
Look
Absolutely.
at that, baby, number one. That
And
is
you-
very exciting. My inner child is very happy.
It's so good. Oh, that's even better. Here, let me take that shot.
Yeah. And we're giving this woman, whoever she is,
She's getting a lot of attention too.
Sostones B. Lima, social worker.
That's great. Yeah. Well, listen, get them both, my friends.
Get them
Right?
both. See what works. Yes. Beautiful.
And congratulations to Tim, your illustrator.
Oh, yes.
for his work being out there and being a #1 bestseller on your book.
Yes. And I also want to thank Greg Prey, my editor in formatting. And there's a local woman, let me get her name right, Neva, let me get her last name right. She leads a writing club here in Rockaway, and she referred me to this guy for formatting. And Neva Taladen, and she is editorial support, and she gets women together, men too, to talk about like, what are you doing? How do you get your writing happening consistently and all that stuff? And yeah, it's really easy to drop a writing project. It's so easy, but we need each other to remind each other, hey, did you write today? Did you write even when your shit's a mess, even when your house is a mess, even when you have 40 things to do? Did you get your writing done? It's really easy to just put it on the shelf and leave it there for years. I wrote this book years ago, before the pandemic. Time is kind of weird at this moment. And Tim finished the drawing, and then I sat with it because I didn't even know what kind of editor puts coloring books together. So I let it sit. And then Neva gave me this guy's information. He was always quick on the draw. And then I'm like, oh, it's been 2 weeks. I didn't do the thing I needed to do. So it's just one of those births that might take a longer time, but it's done. It's finished. It's #1 in this category.
Yes, it is.
And I love the category name. Oh my goodness. Popular psychology, creativity, and genius.
It's exactly it. 100%.
Awesome.
It's the right exact category for it to show up in. And look, friends, there's a lot of things that you can take away from this. Yes, celebrating that we're on this journey, the success of Shane's book. But how about for yourself? What projects do you have that you wrote? A lot of people did a lot of things during COVID, during the lockdown. They did a lot of things. I know a lot of people that have been working or writing for a long time. It doesn't matter how long it took. It does not matter. It matters that you put it out there, because our genius is not for us. It's for others. My first book, called Getting to Wow, which was the launch of my service and hospitality training company, it took me 6.5 years. I didn't know what I was doing, but I did it along the way, and I learned and I studied and I got education and training. But once the book was done, it doesn't matter. Nobody says, oh, well, how long did it take? It doesn't matter. There are movies that take 10 years to come to the screen. Somebody has a vision, a plan, or they get the rights to a book or something. It takes 10 years. But once the movie is out and it's impacting and inspiring people, it doesn't matter how long it took. It matters that they put it out there. And so for those of you who are watching and celebrating with us, I want you to think about yourself. What do you have that needs to be brought to this world? What ideas do you have scribbled in a notebook or in a journal? Or maybe you haven't even written down. Yeah, they're right in here. And when you lay down to sleep, sometimes like, oh God, yeah, I had that idea. Do something with it.
Fear whiplash. We're so trained. Some people are more trained than others to think as soon as the idea comes. So many people are like, how am I going to do that? How? That's an armpit, like the stinkiest of armpits. That's where you get lost. It's like, don't worry about the how. Take it out of your head and put it on paper and see what happens next. So Video Vixen is coming up on the 8th, this Thursday. And I often throw in some cool things. And I'm going to throw in, I don't know the name yet, but some vehicle, some vessel where people are just going to put their secret ideas that maybe they've never told anybody. Maybe that's going to be a bonus. Because just speaking it out loud with the possibility, the potentiality that someone will hear it, can actually change the entire landscape of what can happen for it.
Absolutely. And here, some people, we've all heard where people, I don't want to tell anybody because somebody's going
yeah.
to steal it. Somebody's going to
Speak
steal
on
it.
this. This is stupid. Speak on this. This is
Let-
great.
Listen, that idea came to you for a reason.
Yeah.
And I don't think it was a reason. It came to you just for you to entertain your imagination only. There is a reason why you have this burning desire. You have this vision. You have a passion. You have something that you know is for you to bring it out to the world. Now, if you don't do something with it for a long, 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 long time, yeah, it's possible that somebody else will take it because the universe is giving out ideas. But
Yeah.
you are uniquely created in a way, your experience, your expertise, your passion, your knowledge, your whatever it is about you, your personality, where you are the one who's meant to make it come to being. And
Yes.
I will tell you, I have a friend who spoke at our last event. Her name is Asanti Love, and she's an author. She's a multi-time author, and it was her 9th book, I think, before she hit a #1 bestseller. But she's written 9 books, which is amazing.
Yeah.
One of those books, I think the most recent book, she is now currently turning into a movie, a feature film.
Wow.
And yesterday, she had a table reading with about a dozen actors, and some of them are name actors. I don't know if she has all the funding. I don't know if she has all, but I'm seeing her putting it out there. She had a casting call. The thing is, it's more possible than you can imagine.
Oh my
And we
goodness.
stifle ourselves, we stunt ourselves, we shut down ourselves, the inner voice, the critic, the naysayers, the people that you've heard say, how are you going to, it doesn't matter how you are going to do it. Like I said, my first book, it took me 6 years, but guess what? I did it. How about you? Where's your book?
Yeah.
That's
yeah.
what I say to people. Where's your book? Oh, it took you 6 years. Yeah, so? And it takes some people, the Olympics have just finished. Some of those people have been practicing since they were 6 years old. 6 years old. The kid who won the floor exercise gymnastics for men's competition is a guy from the Philippines. And he's been doing this since he was 6 years old. And now he won the first gold medal for his country ever. Or second, because but they've been at it for a long, long time. And you don't have to have something perfected before you can put it out there, because sometimes it's when you put out the idea, you then resonate, right? We vibrate, we resonate, we send out the energy, we connect with people that grab onto that, like, oh man, wow, I can help you with that. You found your illustrator, you found your editor, your formatter, your editor. You found me, right? You had this, but when we connected, this was a part of us working together to push it out there.
Right.
What about you all? What do you have that you've been sitting on? Don't sit on it. Just start taking some steps. Do some research. You have ChatGPT to do some Googling, to do some research. How could I bring this out? Start figuring things out, and I promise you that you will be surprised and amazed at what is possible. And we live in an abundant universe. It is for our blessing. It's God wants you to succeed. God wants you to fulfill your purpose. And I know that you have greatness within you.
Great.
And you have stories, and you have messages, and you have creative genius that is bubbling up inside you and needs to come out. And if that's you, connect with Shane. Get on this Video Vixens for the next few
yes,
weeks.
definitely jump into that.
Get into that and share your secrets. Share your ideas and see what could be birthed by
just
holding hands with somebody like Shane.
Totally. I love that. Thank you. So I think I'm gonna we're gonna close this session. I'm gonna rally some troops and see what, should we go live once more?
It's possible, yeah.
Now I'm obsessed. I want this to get to #1.
Of
It's at
course.
21.
It's at 21, friends. It's 4:44 in the West Coast, 7:44 in the East Coast, and just a little
Okay,
more
so what
push.
I would love to ask people to do, yes, buy the coloring book. But I know the people who are going to buy it already bought it. Now, I would love for you to share, look what I just bought, and then put the link in the comments so that people can buy it from the comments. Or if you just share it, whatever, do whatever you want. But maybe buy one for a friend or share it in a group that you're in. A lot of times Mondays are the days to share things. I'm going to grab a little something to eat and hydrate and do some reaching out to people and see if anybody else is available to come on as an interview. That's been fun.
Absolutely. We
yeah.
are very, very close, and we're going to
I'm
keep
very, very
going.
grateful. Yes.
And we're gonna make this happen.
Yeah. And here's Cooper, who's a star on the cover. He was sleeping, but I woke him up.
Yay, Cooper.
Cooper.
Famous
And,
Cooper.
Yeah, there he is. And look what it says on there. I didn't notice, but now I see it. It gives it a little orange label, and it says #1 new release in popular psychology, creativity, and genius.
So good.
So good. All right, Christoph, I'm so grateful for all your time. This is what I mean. You got to like hire people and team up with people who are genuinely in your court with their energy and their time. You know, that's what I do for people. And I've been saying, I wish I had myself as a coach. And, you know, you're pretty darn close to it. So that's amazing.
A male version.
Yeah, it's great.
Yes, indeed. All right, friends. We will see you all again, maybe in a couple of hours.
Yeah.
Help us, 21. It does not take much. It does not take much. Please go there on Amazon if you've already got your copy, and let's flood it with some nice 5-star reviews also. That will help
Please
push
do
up.
that.
That will push up the algorithm even more. We are so close, and it's going to happen very, very soon. Cheers. God bless you all. It's Christoph J. Wyman from Las Vegas. I'll talk to you soon.
All right.